The 1 month a year when tomatoes cost nothing. This is it. So I buy them by bucket, and this is where they all go. First up, cherry tomatoes, whole, filling up a baking dish. Now the key player, a whole head of garlic. Cut the bottom off so every clove sits open, and tuck it right in with the tomatoes. Then add a couple of thyme sprigs for aroma, salt and pepper. And don't hold back on the olive oil, it's the base of the sauce here. Then into the oven, 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, drop a portion of spaghetti into boiling water and cook it to your liking. By the time the pasta's ready, so are the tomatoes, wrinkled, blistered, sitting in their own juice. The thyme comes out, it's done its job. And here's why we cut that head open. One squeeze and the cloves come out as a sweet roasted paste. No chopping, no peeling. Add the spaghetti and stir it all together. The tomatoes burst, meet the garlic and oil and turn into a sauce right in the dish. You know that smell when tomatoes hit a hot pan. This is that, but deeper. Sweet, garlicky with a rich, jammy finish. Roasted cherry tomato pasta, and the oven did most of the work. Make plenty. The second plate usually disappears faster than the first. Enjoy! Moving on, and this one starts with the prettiest tomatoes you can find. The ribbed ones count double. The more shapes and colors, the better. You'll see why. Slice every tomato into big rounds, right across the middle. You want the full pattern of each one. A yellow one next, and a green one to finish. That color mix is the whole trick. It's what turns a plain bake into a centerpiece. For the crust, we'll need 2 eggs, and this is where it gets fun. You don't have to crack them yourself, the shells split cleanly and lift right out. Now give them a quick beat. Then comes the rice paper, delivered with all the ceremony it apparently deserves. Coat both sides with egg. It softens the rice paper now and helps it hold together and crisp in the oven. Now, over on the tray, 2 sheets form a crust sturdy enough to hold the filling. Do the same for the second one. Cottage cheese makes a mild creamy base without overpowering the tomatoes. Dried garlic and a pinch of herbs give it some savory depth. Now layer on the tomatoes, alternating the colors as you go. Red, yellow, green. By the time you're done, you've got a tomato rainbow across the whole galette. Then fold the edges over the filling to hold in the tomato juices. Use 1 more pinch of salt to bring out the tomato sweetness. Then bake 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, around 20 minutes. Once it comes out of the oven, add the glaze while it's hot. Balsamic acidity cuts through the richness. That 2-layer base holds its shape when you cut into it. You get a light crunch, then creamy cheese with that sweet, jammy finish. This is a rice paper galette. Tomato season is short, so make it count. Alright, next one, and it's not a dish at all. That's all I'm saying for now. It starts in the oven, so line a tray with parchment. And add 9 big red tomatoes, left whole. Next one has to be the tastiest. I grew it on the highest branch. Add 2 red chilies and a few sprigs of thyme. Then roast everything for 30 to 40 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit. They're ready when the skins split and start slipping off on their own. Now the tomatoes are roasted, but we are not done yet. Here's the twist: the blender. The thyme has already flavored the tomatoes and their juices, so the sprigs can go. Now peel away the loosened skins. They are still hot, so use tongs to move them into the blender. The chilies go in too. Along with every drop from the tray, that juice carries so much of the roasted flavor. A pinch of salt and blend until smooth. Then strain it through a fine sieve and you'll get something smooth enough to drink. For the final step, pour it over ice. That's when it becomes a drink, not a sauce. Ice cold at first, then the chili catches up, refreshing and fiery at the same time. Roasted tomato chili juice. Bloody Mary mix after trip through the oven. If you try it, hit like. You won't believe how good this looks by the end, and we are only using tomatoes, eggs and a bit of cheese. Yep, that's all it takes to make the most viral breakfast on TikTok. First, slice your tomatoes in half. No need to peel yet, we've got a better way. Next, get your pan hot and add just a splash of water. About 150 milliliters is plenty. You'll hear that gentle sizzle. That's your morning starting to smell amazing. Lay the tomatoes cut side down. Cover with a lid and let them steam. Just 5 minutes, that's all it takes to loosen the skins. And here's the satisfying part. The skins peel right off. I use tweezers, but fingers work too. Now season the tomatoes right in the pan with half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a full teaspoon of salt, a third of a teaspoon of black pepper and a sprinkle of oregano. Then grab a fork and mash everything together. The tomatoes break down easily after steaming. Give it a quick stir to bring everything together. You'll see the sauce thickening. At this point, it already smells like something worth waking up early for. Now grab your mozzarella, 150 grams, blitz it in a blender or just grate it and stir it into the tomato base. Next comes the magic. 5 eggs straight from the magic pocket. Don't stir, don't scramble, just let them sit like royalty in their cheesy tomato throne. They're not guests, they're the stars. Cover again and cook for 5 more minutes, until the whites are set but the yolks are still runny. And that's it. Cheesy, saucy, perfectly poached eggs in a skillet full of flavor. TikTok loves it because it feels fancy, but it's incredibly easy. It's one of those rare recipes where the internet hype is actually real. Just add some toast and breakfast is suddenly next level. You'll want to film your own version after this. Just saying. When you're down to the last few tomatoes on the counter, this is what they're for. The prep couldn't be simpler, just quarter them all. Now they go straight into the food processor with 2 cloves of garlic. Blend until smooth and there's your tomato garlic base. In a bowl, start with a 1/4 teaspoon each of chili, turmeric, black pepper and salt. That gives it a warm kick. Then crack in 2 eggs. That's enough to bind everything without turning this into an omelette. Beat them with the spices, then pour in the blended tomatoes and garlic. Mix well, then grab some plain sandwich bread. The soft slices soak up the mixture quickly. Dip each slice, then lay it on a hot pan with a little oil. And cook each side for 3 to 4 minutes until crisp. This is crunchy tomato garlic toast, halfway between French toast and garlic bread. Don't miss what's next. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time.